New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer time for Sunday, December 14th, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here at the New Thought Media Network, and I am honored and delighted to be able to spend time with you in prayer. So glorious. So, as always, know that affirmative prayer, which is not about begging and not about beseeching, not about looking for something that is outside of yourself, but it's a matter of affirming, knowing, and aligning with your truth. So if there is anything that you would like to ask us to pray for, any intention that you would like us to hold for you, by all means, please do send a prayer request here at www.ntmedia.org/prayer, because we have a family of ministers and practitioners who love to pray on your behalf. Excuse me. All right. So this morning, this is what I wanted to share with you. My inspiration for today's prayer comes from Everyday Wisdom, Spiritual Book of Days by Paul Ferrini. And this is what he wrote. He said, there are two ways that you can interfere with the spontaneous flow of abundance and grace in your life. One, think you can control what happens. Two, think that you are powerless to do anything. Neither of these beliefs is true. Instead, we are free to work creatively or reactively with the events and circumstances that arise in our lives. This is something that is near and dear to my heart, and is something that lifts me up or drops me down, depending upon whether or not I pay attention. But the key thing that I'm going to start with is the idea that there is this spontaneous and everlasting flow of abundance and grace in each of our lives. So I'll invite you to soften your gaze or close your eyes, whichever is safe and comfortable for you to do, and just allow yourself to be fully present to this moment. Just breathe deeply and feel the presence of the one within. Allow yourself to ground your feet into the floor, to feel the solidity of the earth beneath you, to feel the warmth of the one within you, to recognize that there is this eternal hug, this eternal blanket of comfort that is always present. And just as on a cool or cold winter evening, we remember to pull that blanket up tight, so too, when we feel the coldness, the bitterness of this world, which is not always cold, not always bitter, and yet there are times that is what we feel. That is the time to pull that blanket of grace and love just a little bit closer. Remind you that it is there. To remind you that there is always that warmth and always that comfort within you. That there is this incredible source and supply of goodness. This incredible source and supply of warmth and love, of understanding, of connection. But it is something for us to remember. It is something for us to hold to believe in. And so today, as I consider my day, when I consider what I have before me, when I consider the things that I read, the things that I allow into my consciousness, the things that I am willing to explore, the things that I am willing to see and to understand, I know that there is this ability within me to understand them at a deeper level, to explore them way beyond the surface, to see deeply into each situation, to be more connected with each interaction. All of this is possible because of the grace of the One. All of this is possible because I have within me this incredible, unbelievable abundance of abilities. And this is not something that I had to request. This is not something that I have to somehow bargain for or earn or learn. No, this is inherent in my birthright. And so today I remember that I am whole, perfect, and complete. I remember that I have within me the ability to understand, the ability to open, the ability to recognize that there is no place within me that can ever be harmed. Because within me, at my core, is my divinity, my wholeness, my completeness, my perfection. And so by allowing myself to bring that forward, by allowing me to remember that that is an integral part of who and whose I am, I recognize that I have abilities far beyond what I might have imagined. And so I recognize that with all of that strength, with all of that power, with all of that capacity, that does not mean that what happens around me, what happens to me, is within my control. No. But what is within my control is how I am going to react to those things. What is within my control is what I am going to set in motion through my thoughts, through my feelings, through my memories of past events, and how I predict what will happen next. And by predict, we're talking to a great extent, I'm guessing. And so if I look at what has happened in the past and I say, well, that precedent has been set, therefore this is what is going to happen next, I am doing myself a disservice. If I recognize that in a given situation, I am uncomfortable, then I can do something to mitigate that. I can either not put myself into that situation, or I can recognize that there's no reason why it needs to be the same as it had been. I look to myself, I look within, I look to see what is mine to do. What can I bring to the situation that's different than what I have brought before? And I recognize that if all I ever bring to any given situation or circumstance is the same feelings that I had had before, then my experience will unlikely be the same as well. And so I become an agent of change within my own life, because I am responsible for change within my own life. I'm responsible not necessarily for being able to change the external events, but I am capable of changing how I respond to them, how I react to them. And I'm also capable of setting things in motion to lead to a better conclusion. My prayer today is not that I get to sit back and let God, Gaia, Allah, the universe, simply do anything and everything that I need done. No, it is that I have the ability to align with that truth, to bring in that strength, to take that wisdom, to make the choices that will bring about a more fulfilled and a more fulfilling life. And so that is my prayer today, to remember all that I am, to allow all that I am to come forward, to allow who and whose I am to be my true identity, and to allow my identity to shine so that I am authentic, I am real, I am truly who and whose I am. So on behalf of myself and on behalf of each and every one of us, I know that this word has gone into the law which always says yes, the law which brings it into manifestation, the law that works with the power of the universe and cannot be denied. And so I can release this word in confidence, in thanksgiving, in joy. And so it is. Good morning, Cindy. Nice to have you here. All right, folks. So, work creatively or reactively with the events and circumstances that arise in your life. You are the co-creator of your existence. And as you undoubtedly have heard me say before, and you undoubtedly will hear me say again, you are powerful because you are love. You are love itself. And you are most certainly loved. Never forget that. All right. I will see you tomorrow, actually. God willing. And until then, I wish you the most magnificent day that you can co-create. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network, come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.